Hello, friends and fans. I don't normally make the kind of video that I'm making now because I'm not a music teacher. But I have received in my inbox quite a few of questions regarding a specific rhythm, a specific time signature in music, which is the 6/8. I am assuming that those questions came from uh, students of music. Yeah, students of music, mostly beginners who may be having some issues who may have been struggling with uh, with this type of rhythm, 6/8, 9/8, and 12/8. Because the simple rhythm such as 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, they are easier to understand and grasp. Yeah, that's the word. Than than the compound ones, such as uh, 6/8 and 9/8 and 12/8. Well, in a way, you can call this the 6/8 is the counterpart of 2/4 because they both in 1/2 1/2, and the 9/8 is the counterpart of a 3/4 because it's both of them are both of them are counted as 1 2 3, and then the you can call the 4/4 time signature, you can call it the counter part of 12/8 because they both are counted as 1 2 3 4. But the difference between those rhythms, because the difference is they the 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4, they are simple rhythms. The 6/8 and 9/8 and 12/8, they are compound rhythms. So one thing, one very important concept that we need to keep in mind is the pulse in a in the measures of a piece of music, the pulses. Okay, I'm not talking about the notes that you're gonna play. When I say pulse, I'm talking about pulse. You know, not just like your pulse, but as a human being, you have a pulse, and your pulse keeps going. You know, so in music, within the measures, there are pulses. In the 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, the pulses are simple. For example, in the 2/4, you need to remember the time signature has two sections. Okay, you got the top section and the bottom section, two numbers. The top number and the bottom number of a fraction. So the top number tells you how many counts you have, how many counts or beats or pulses there are in a measure, and the bottom number digit tells you what kind of note takes one count. So in the case of 2/4, it's a 1 2, so we know that the digit 2 tells you that there are two beats, there are two counts, two beats, two pulses in the measure, and the bottom part, the 4, tells you a quarter note take one count, a quarter note take one beat. But I'm not talking about the pulses. The pulses stay the same. The pulse does not vary. The notes that you play against the pulses can vary, because when you play your notes, whatever the durations you play of your notes, you're going to play them against the steady pulse or the steady pulses. Okay, so that's the way I understand it. So in the 2/4 you got 1 2. Okay, 2/4, quarter note, one quarter note for each count. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Very simple rhythm. But when you go to 6/8 now, look at the top digit 6. That means one measure has 6 counts, 6 beats, 6 pulses. Okay, so but it's still a 1 2 1 2. And when you look at the bottom digit, which is a 8, that means 1/8 note takes one count. Okay, 6/8, 6/8 notes in the measure, and 1/8 note takes one count. Alright, I'm not very good at writing those things, but let me show you. Okay, this is 3/8 notes right here. Okay, so you have 6 of them in a measure in 6/8. Okay, so when you play your 1 2 1 2 on 1, you're downbeat, you're gonna have to count all those 3/8 notes. And when you go on the upbeat, you also have to you're gonna count all those 3/8 notes, because the measure in 6/8, okay, has 6 counts, 3 on your downbeat and 3 on your upbeat. When you count 1 2 1 2. Okay, you saw. There you go. So if you start, let's see, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. No, we can't rush it. Don't rush it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. See, 2 beats, and your up and down beat on the down 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. Remember 4 2 4, 4 2 4, simple rhythm. You say 1 2 1 2, but in 6 8 you say 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so I'm going to show you another note. Another note you're going to see if you playing in 6 8, you're gonna see. Let's see. Okay, you see. Let me see here. All right, there you go. This note is a half note with a dot. It is a dotted half note. Okay, what we know, a dotted half note is equal, well, let's take a half note first. A half note is equal to 2 quarter notes. A half note is equal to 2 quarter notes. Now, with the dot, the value, the duration of this note is increased by half. The duration of this note is increased by half, which is another quarter note. So this dotted quarter note is equal to, this dotted half note is equal to 3 quarter notes. And you also know that 1 quarter note is equal to 2 eighth notes. So if you do the math, if you do the calculation, so this dotted half note is equal to 6 eighth notes, which is the entire measure in 6 8. Okay, all right, so that was this. Yeah, that was this, and then that was this. So for 6 of those eighth note in a measure, you can have only this one, which is a dotted half note. Okay, So, but the pulses remain the same, steady. So you're gonna count. Okay. It's 1, 2, 1, 2. But remember, we're in 6/8. So we need to count six pulses, 6 beats. So we're gonna say, but the dotted half note lasts the entire measure. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The entire measure. Okay? So, now let me give you another scenario. Okay. Okay, you know that. You recognize this note. That's a quarter note. A quarter note is equal to 2/8 notes. So all you need to play half of the measure in 6/8 is another 8th note. So you can put those two together. Okay, then you have 3 8th notes, which is half of the measure in 6/8. So we can play this with them. The only thing we're gonna do, we're gonna still counting the pulses, and then we count 2 for this one, and we got 1, and we count 1 for this one. Okay? So let's see. Let me see. This is a good example. All right. Okay, this is a good example. Okay, now you have a quarter note and eighth note. Quarter note, eighth note. So the quarter note take 2 count, and then the eighth note take 1 count. When you say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So when you say 1, 2, you're still on the quarter note. Then when you get to the eighth note, then you count your 3. You know. It's not that hard, but it takes practice to understand these things. So how would you play that? Oh, okay, let's see. When on the quarter note you need to count 2, and then your 3 falls on the 8th note. Right? Let's see. Okay, let's set it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you see what I just did? I kind of placed an accent on the first 8th note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's go back to our quarter note and 8th note. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see that? because when you count 2, you're still on the quarter note, and when you get to the 8th note, this is when you play your third beat, your third count. Let's try it again. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I messed that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's rhythm. As a musician, when you play rhythm, mm, depending on the musician, it's not gonna be perfect. No, but the but we can be very very close. Like analog and digital. Where digital try to emulate analog, and they get very, and then the digital gets it so close you cannot even make a difference between the two. So that's a metaphor I just used. That's a metaphor that I just used now. Okay, now you got that. Let's see. All right, let's see here. Oh, there's another one. You got okay. You got this one. Okay. This is another note that you're going to encounter when you're in 6/8. Okay. There you go. I hope you can see that. Okay, right there. That's a dotted quarter note. A quarter note by itself is equal to a quarter note by itself is equal to 2/8 notes. Now the dot by the quarter note increases its value by half, which is another 8th note. So this dotted quarter note is equal to 3/8 notes. So okay, so you remember in your downbeat on the you remember in the 6/8 measure you have 6 count. Okay, now here with that quarter, with this dotted quarter note, you have 3 right there. And you remember you play 3. We played. Well, we can say that we played 3/8 notes on our downbeat and another 3 on our upbeat. So if this is equal to 3/8 notes, we can play this one on the downbeat and we play another one on the upbeat. Okay? That's half of the measure in 6/8. So we can do it. So something like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you're counting those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you can say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Try not to rush it, because they because they are eighth note, you might have the tendency to say 1, 2, 3. No, no. Got to go with the beat, with the pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See, this is what we just okay. This is what we well this is what we're playing now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so you saw, and there are many variations of this rhythm. Okay, I just gave you the basics, but those can be in different. They can be very complex. The way wherever um, whoever writing the music, whatever music, and the composers, whatever, they can play with these things and make them very complex. They can make them very complex, very difficult to play. So, but I gave you we went over the simple stuff in 6/8. You see that one, and so those. No. So those. Okay. Which are these? There. We saw this one, which and I remember I put those two together. We play those together. We play those two together, and I actually, which is yeah. We saw that rhythm, and we talk about pulse. Yeah, we talk about pulse in music. The pulses, they keep going. They keep going. They steady. They are steady. When you play your music, you play your music against those pulses. You adapt your music to those pulses, and you can play whatever durations you want to play of your notes. You can, but some of them are going to be right on the pulses. Some of them are going to be off the pulses. So you have to understand your notes you're playing are different from the pulses in the measures. Alright, so I hope you understand the concept of 6/8, the way it is different from 2/4. 6/8 is a compound rhythm. 2/4 is a simple rhythm, and 6 for the 2/4, you got 2 count in the measure, and the quarter note take 1 count. For the 6/8, you have 6 counts in the measure, and 1/8 note takes 1 count. But the 2/4 and 6/8, when you play them, you still count 1, 2, 1, 2. I hope you get it. And again, once again, I'm telling you, I don't go back to my videos and correct speech speech mistakes I might have made. That would be a waste of time. So I don't do that. If I made a mistake, when I play the video, I can hear it. I know it's there, but I don't go back and fix it. As long as you understand what I'm talking about, because I'm having, in my videos, I have conversations. I have normal conversations, not not how can I, not like I'm in front of a class delivering some kind of presentation and speech, you know. So it is in normal day to day, in normal daily conversations, mistakes are made, and what I have with you, I have conversations with you. So also in the rhythm, you know, like I told you, sometime when we play rhythm, that's the nature of playing rhythm. You may not be completely, you may not be perfect in playing those rhythm. You may be off about a hair, you know. That's the nature of rhythm, because each of us, you know, everyone expresses their rhythm play in different ways, depending on many things about the, the person playing the music, mood, personality, and you know, what the feelings, you know. There's a lot of stuff that can affect the playing of rhythm. So I am I'm very happy that I was able to do this video to answer the questions of some of my fans and friends. So that's it, and stay safe.